Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive in right away. This is going to be your reading for the next 3 months. And I have been watching news, which usually I don't do that, but it's unavoidable now when you have social media. And I don't know where the world is going right now. Okay, so we're going to look into your energies. These are your symbols. We're going to look in the coffee cup. Then we're going to jump into tarot. If you've been here, if you're enjoying these ones, give some love. Hit subscribe. And comment down below. Are you watching the news? What's happening around the world? Let me know, okay? Let's get more light. We're going to start with the cup here. You should accept a valid criticism. This can be like a self-criticism. Maybe you keep giving yourself, but then bypassing it, okay? But also something that all around the world that you keep hearing, okay? Maybe we'll go like in a collective sense. Psychic ability and trust your intuition. So the valid criticism, I feel like this can even be what you're feeling inside. Maybe you're not trusting certain things, but then you actually keep doing the same thing and the action is trust, but inside you don't want to take that action. So this is basically telling you to trust that gut feeling. You're on the right pathway. So if I feel like this valid criticism is something that you're feeling within, this doesn't mean that protesting what's happening around you. I don't mean that by that. But it's about becoming aware. If you're in the mood, like ignoring what's happening, this is actually becoming aware, I feel like. Pineapple is reconciliation. I would love that for you because it seems like maybe the valid criticism is something that maybe someone that you gave a lot, but you didn't get anything back in return, or some project that you gave a lot. Seems like your psychic intuition will guide you towards a solution about that. Time to start receiving now. And that's the reconciliation part of it. I have love here. Can be overall love around you, love surrounding you as a subject. This can be romantic love, or the love that we feel for humanity. I know this is like a humanity. I don't know where we're going right this moment. I know as humans we support each other. I can feel the love from you and I love you so much. But then I don't know what's happening. A higher upper echelon, is that what it's called? I don't know what's happening up there. So women, dealings or relationships with a woman we have here. So this can be also about like the valid criticism might be coming from a feminine energy, love energy, peace energy, okay? And maybe someone or a female who sees certain things and maybe giving you in a nurturing way. You will be playing a different role. Okay, I feel like hat and a crown, honor and respect will come to you. So the different role probably will going to be about demanding. Women also the demanding, taking energy, so she produces something with that creativity. And that will get you to this honor, respect, higher position. March time can be a time that we're going to start seeing the spring coming forth. And this is the number 3, which is optimism, positivity, good things coming your way. Let's see what's happening inside of your cup. Also, it's very light energy. And I see there is even tears of joy coming forward here. There's a second one here within this first month, the second month, the third month that we're going to look in the timeline. You might receive a very good news, and the second news coming forward, we have tears of joy and a chunk of money right there, which is very can be also an opportunity. And I see there's phone lines forming around. This can be even getting outside your comfort zone. Maybe some of you are moving from where you are to safer places. You see like there's less of a struggle out there, or maybe a calmer place. And I see right there's a lion within the first month. It has this roaring, angry energy. And I feel like maybe you're feeling trapped in this. And the lion can be an authority that you're dealing with. And number 3, it has in its mouth as well, but it's not really using that power, which is the March time I told you. This is all about being an authority. And I feel that you are actually accomplishing that. You are the dragon here, instead of fighting with the authority, who maybe even captures a woman right there. I don't know if you can see her face. And there's a man here, there's a child here. Maybe authority is capturing other people in your life, but you are finding a way to turn into the dragon and get away from that, okay? The authority can be a boss, can be also in your authority that you're dealing with. Lion is the king of the jungle, so this can be a Leo that you're dealing with also, okay? I see a face inside of your heart right here. This face is hidden. Maybe there's someone that is bothering you, but you're not really looking at their face. You're not really like facing this person. And I feel like within the first month, again, it's going to be all about facing these things, facing the fears, talking about the fears, expressing them. This doesn't mean like protesting. I don't really go encourage that, because like even maybe the people in your life, I feel like communication is the best way to connect. But what you're dealing with, if that's a narcissist, that actually I think stonewalling or grave walling, there's a term for the communication with that kind of a person. That's the only way you can actually break the bond, okay? So I feel here some of you are really starting to practice that. And what happens when you practice that also is a dragon. I told you that you're turning into this dragon, which is dragon's fire, it's passion, it's flying, it's freedom. So you're going to find freedom in your own like area, okay, in your own space, and then maybe even expand into that. This lion can be a boss that you're dealing with. This lion can be a family member that's in your face right now. It can be institutions that you're dealing with as well. But it seems like first month can be about like overcoming the challenge with that authority, okay? When it comes to tarot, I'm going to go month by month so we can clarify who this authority is as well. The second month, I see there's a legal paper, kind of looks like a fish. Some of you might be receiving money. There's also a boat right there on top of it. Maybe boat can be your travel opportunity. Kind of looks like a helicopter as well. Some of you might be traveling, flying, or getting on a boat, maybe even just going to catch on the ocean, catch a big fish. This can be the ocean of opportunities you're going to set course to, and you're going to start getting things out of it. And there's a new pathway also opening for you here. Within the third month, I see there's a harp, but the strings are missing. The thing is, though, I feel like the strings are actually like when you reach out for the strings, there is horse appearing, and then there's a bigger horse appearing, which reminds me of the chariot, which symbolizes progress. So harp can be something pleasurable, some music related thing, musical instrument maybe you want to pick up and play. But when you start to learn, for example, or when you start to get the necessary information with the subject or collect necessary information about this subject, you're going to actually get this horses. The horses symbolize wish fulfillment. It can be your movement into the future, create like a leaving the old town, going towards the new town like the chariot does. And so it seems like here within the third month, you're going to have, with a March, it just actually extends to, you're going to have like a relaxation moment. You're going to have a creative moment. And also, I feel like that creative moment is going to help you get two other desires that you have with these horses, okay? And at the end, another legal paper showing up here, which I told you that there is actually, you're starting, the first month seems a little busy. And I told you there's a dragon here. The dragon is being observed by two people. One of them has a letter V in their name. The other one has a letter C in their name. So these two people might be actually observing what this dragon does, and like, and maybe trying to, get some of attention from the dragon. So it seems like when you really embody this energy, when you break through from that power, the lion, you're going to become the dragon, and that will maybe even attract into your lifetime admirers or supporters, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind, and let's see what the answer is going to be for that. I felt the dragon energy again. There's a chunk of money coming in, so I feel like maybe confidence comes in and then brings the opportunity. Like that's the main subject here. So if you're feeling like that, desire has some time. That's what I tried to understand here. It has some time. And when the time comes, it's going to start flowing, okay? We have here a woodpecker. The woodpecker is standing on top of this chunk of money or opportunity, but I feel like this is some material success coming into your life. The problem with the woodpecker is maybe looking for a tree so he can dig a hole and stuff this abundance coming into your life, okay? So this can be like in the first month, you might actually achieve something, or before achieving something, I told you the confidence is going to help you manifest this desire. And maybe before it comes, you're going to start preparing the place to put it, okay? Maybe the investment that you want to put it in, or maybe the place that you want to hide it in. It can be that too. And there's a second desire also coming forth here. It's looking beautiful. And there's also a masculine figure right there looking at you, what you're doing. However, they're not much interested in what you're doing with the material. Maybe they're interested in like having good time with you. Can be that, okay? Because they're carrying a bag. Maybe they're carrying their own abundance and bringing it to you. This can be a friend, this can be a family member, or a new person coming into your life. And as soon as I said that, there's a tears of joy, but a small one actually fell out of your saucer. And I feel like here, this is something that will give you pleasure, okay? If you're waiting for a companion, a good friend, that can be that. And they're coming forth to really have fun, seems like. Let's see what tarot has to say for you for this reading. Okay, we have, it seems like here you ended the year with a very good maybe offer. This is going to be the past. We're going to look in the past, present, and future energies. This is the first month. This month might have already started with doing something that you love, or like loving yourself, self-care, nurturing, maybe taking care of yourself more. That's how it probably started, and it's going well. And let's see the second thing. Yes, but while you're doing that, we have, okay, there are two more cups here, the third cup right there. I feel like this is also suggesting that when you really start practicing self-love, you're going to start attracting the right people, and maybe you can even celebrate life together with them. But whatever that you do it with moderation, okay? One step at a time. Do not exaggerate it within this month. And maybe even try to keep the balance, okay? No matter what you're doing. And I can tell, maybe even consuming social media. For example, I wanted to record this video for the last 2 hours, but social media pulled me in. And because of the events of yesterday, today, it was really like, it just pulled my soul away, basically. But I mean, I am a part of the humanity, so I feel like I should know what's happening there too, if this is like that kind of like, it's a terrible thing. So, but the advice coming to you is, Cancer, do it in moderation. Do not pour all your energy into that, because you might have to pour that energy back into your life and what you need to do. And when you do that in the future, you're going to get the creative ideas. I want to say crazy ideas, but can be also this wildest dreams are going to manifest when you follow those creative ideas. You're going to have innovative ideas, insight, and logic. You're going to really start to see how you can actually resolve situations in the highest and the best for yourself and others surrounding you. But start the first month with self-love practices, and even if you haven't already, we have love, and also with moderation and balance, okay? In the future, you're going to know what to do. The exact right inspiration will come to you. When it comes to second month, we have a beautiful offer coming forth. This can be love. This can be something you would love to have in your life. And he's holding a cup here, and the cup has a fish inside. And I always interpret the fish as a material success, opportunity. There are plenty of fish in the sea. And I feel like this can be something also showing up for you within the first month timeline, that you're getting a good offer. Let's see if you should accept it. No, it seems like here you might not really have everything you desire, because there's something better is showing up for you. So number 9 is resilience, staying the course. So you might get something in the mail telling you maybe you have already a situation in your hand, you're finding a solution for that. And you might think that you're getting a good offer, but the present moment tells me that you need to really protect what you have already created, have resilience and stay the course, and have your boundaries. Maybe there's something better waiting for you, because it seems like you're going to have the forward momentum. Exactly. This is basically telling me that instead of accepting the first thing coming to you, pause, reflect, because the pause is going to be unavoidable. There's going to be a pause coming forward, but the pause, what happens to him is he actually gets eliminated when he pauses, changes his perspective, and he actually gains a new perspective. A new way of seeing things will give him the solution in this situation. Okay, yes, you're going to find the resources available to you, maybe in front of you, or maybe they're not really in front of you yet, but they're going to become available when you pause and reflect. We have also in the future, there might be a conflict someone trying to create. You're going to overcome that very well, because I feel like when you keep your focus on your desires, you're going to be able to steer clear from other people's conflict. And it seems like within the second month, you might even get some material success, something materially that you desire, or maybe go on a vacation. Like we have a grapevine here, a castle on the background, maybe a place that will really help you feel that luxury, that peace, that abundance of the world. Okay, let's see what's happening within the third month timeline. I see the Fool on the bottom already, so it seems like there's something new you're starting. But it seems like I told you, the intuition, the trust, we have here the High Priestess and energy of the Hangman coming forward. If you have small pauses along the way, this is basically happening for you to get in touch with your higher self, your intuition. And also, she is knowledgeable, inner knowing, okay? And I feel like because this is the past effect into what's going to be happening, you already know certain things. Your body knows, your higher self knows. Deep down in there, you have the valid information in order to come up with a solution. And that's going to speak to you, maybe through symbols, maybe through like symbols. Maybe you can see a sign on the road, side of the road. It is going to exactly tell you what you need to do. This is what you need to do now, or that kind of things, that kind of like ads and such. Or it can be like a symbol. Maybe you're catching the numbers. They also have meanings. We have King of Cups here. When you start catching those, this is also a psychic and masculine. It seems like you're bringing together two feminine and masculine energies at the same time. Psychic, empathetic, wise, and supportive. This can be the real help coming forth. Okay, maybe you're actually getting like he's not even looking your direction here. He's looking at the past. So you might be getting, when you're patient and look for the progress, move forward without stopping, you're going to get inspired to be in the right place in the right time. And when you took that chance, you're going to find an offer. The cup can be the offer he's bringing. That's going to be much more solid and much more established, and also something that is looking towards you, to the future, okay, rather than looking at the past, because left side is the past. Outcome is, let me tell you what this means. I feel like this kind of maybe a decision moment in a new beginning. Ten of Swords can look like, oh, this is such a sad scene. He's actually like completion. There's an end of cycle. But the thing is, there's a sun shining on the background. And I feel like here, there's a cycle. Maybe you are mothering or taking care of or fathering young energies all the time. Okay? As in, I don't want to genderize that, but sometimes maybe as friends that you're always taking care of someone young, and you're always have to be on guard and protect yourself around the people that you attract into your life. Seems like that's an ending coming to it, because there's like two very mature energies, masculine and feminine, both of them showing up for you within the third month. But you have to let go of your past personality as well. Maybe you have taken on the caretaker persona and maybe the archetype. As an archetype, that's what you have been doing. Like the Queen of Pentacles here takes care of everyone, tries to take care of everyone, and then she neglects herself, she or he. So it's not about gender based, it's about energy based. It seems like the ending is going to be about letting go of the old self. The old self doesn't take care of themselves. That's why you might feel defeated again, but I feel like it's not going to take too long, because you are finding actually right away, fast news coming in. You're finding people who are aligned with you. Three of Pentacles is all about partnership. You might have a little bit like boredom energy, because that's not what you used to, but I feel like keep moving forward and defending what you're newly creating, okay? Because something new that you're creating, this is actually also about creative ideas coming to life, and your dreams, you're making your dreams come true. So when you keep pushing forward, you're going to be able to get to where you want to, maybe where you deserve to be when it comes to relationships, or business, or money, or friendship. So, but this will also require you to let go of that old thinking patterns, the way that you were acting. Now I want to pull one Akashic Tarot as the oracle, but this is not like regular tarot, so I'm going to get some help from the guidebook. Let's see what it has to say. A waterfall, 6 of forces, blue energy. Let's see, I think the blue is not really okay. Forces are the wands. 6 of wands can be representative of 6 of a celebration. But I told you, this is a different type of tarot, so we're going to get some help. The element of water is fluid. As you can see, we have a lot of element of water here, even though this represents the fire and passion energy. And this is basically suggesting that this one reminds you of your incredible personal power and supports you in opening up to the force within. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves your life forward. Okay. It is time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as an expansion of psychic energy. Use this time to act on these and tap your power that is ever flowing. So basically, Cancer, water sign. This is intended for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but if this is your sun sign, you're probably very powerfully psychic. And this is basically telling you to use that power, use the guidance, use that gut feeling, instinct, intuition, sixth sense, whichever one you prefer. It's going to talk to you. Listen to that, because it is going to carry you towards your new life. Okay, we have tough love here. It is time to tell the truth about something you have been avoiding, which I told you in the beginning. You might get a valid criticism, but it is something that you have been avoiding that will actually help you see things differently. Okay, I think there was, if you read A Course in Miracles, there's a chapter that it says that I am intended to see this thing differently, whatever it is in your life. Okay, that's the suggestion. A Course in Miracles is basically a course that you complete in 365 days. And one of the chapters actually says that that's the lesson. Like, whatever comes your way that day, that's how you meditate on that thought. And then whatever comes your way that day, that's what you tell yourself. I intend to see this thing differently, because perspective is everything. So I feel like you're changing your perspective about a subject that is the main focus of your life at this moment. We have your affirmation here. I communicate clearly and honestly, making powerful connections with others. So that can also be the situation that you should focus on. Okay. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos for you to enjoy, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.